Bloody hell. How is your heart rate, guys? Wow. What a roller coaster of emotions that game was. How is it going, everybody? It is Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. And it's time for your Middlesbrough review. Just before we get into the game in more detail, make sure you are smashing that like button, of course. Please make sure that you are subscribing to the channel as well if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell and, of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below on what was, as I say, an absolute roller coaster. Leeds United winning the game 4-3. A nervy last sort of 10 minutes or so, obviously, when Borough pulled the late goal back. We had to really dig deep in added time to get that one over the line, but the boys did well to hold on to it. Look, as always with Leeds United, there was nervy moments. There were moments a lot of moments actually, that I didn't enjoy in that game. I was pacing up and down my living room in added time, hoping and praying, for that final whistle to go. But what a performance. In elements, it was really good. And I felt for the majority of the second half, we actually controlled the game. I thought Middlesbrough had the first sort of 15-20 minutes of the second half where they had a lot of the ball, but they weren't really doing anything with it, as the commentary team were saying. But then I feel like once Somerville scores the fourth goal, I feel like it put us at ease a bit. But of course, naturally, when Latte pulled that goal back towards the end, it was a little bit nervy. But like I said, we managed to get that one over the line. Obviously, let's speak about the lineup. Sam Byram came in to replace the injured Connor Roberts, and Patrick Bamford came back into the lineup, replacing Yoel Perreault. And I'll be honest, seeing the lineup, I expected Bamford to come back in, but I wasn't really happy with it, given his recent run of form and his recent performance levels. And then, shock, as predicted, he went and scored a goal. But let's just get into the opening, 45 minutes. I thought both goals that Middlesbrough scored in that half were as a result of Leeds United's just lack of concentration. I thought Firpo for the first goal was awful, really. How, his positional awareness was so little, that he didn't track the run of Jones, who ended up getting on the end of that. Yes, it took a deflection when the through ball was played, but I feel like at the back it was just a bit of a disaster class, really. But then obviously Leeds United pulled one back through a penalty from Crescencio Somerville. It was a penalty. It was a blatant penalty, so it was good to see that given. And he slotted it at home nicely. And then Patrick Bamford puts us in front not long afterwards. And again, Bamford did really well with that finish. In previous games, he may have tried to get a boot on that, in which it probably ended up in Rose Ed. But he just gets any part of his body onto it. And it's 2-1, but then obviously Borough get themselves back into it with a Emmanuel Latte goal. Should Melier do better with it? I would say, yeah. I know there's a crowd of players in front of him, but he does get a hand to it. So for me, that means that he should have done better. But again, it is what it is. He did hit it well, but it'd have been nice to see Illan Melier pull that save off. And then again, the first half was just an absolute roller coaster in itself. Leeds United go 3-2 up with a goal from Willie Gnonto. Now, look, Coventry City were denied a winner in the FA Cup semi-final against Scum yesterday through a goal that was blatantly onside, and everyone was, calling to scrap VAR. And I hope VAR does not return to the Championship anytime soon, because that Willie Gnonto goal was offside. Let's just be honest, it was. But are we complaining? Do we care? Absolutely not. It was a good finish from Willie as well, to put us ahead going into the break. And, I said at half time, I was, saying to me other half, I said, if Leeds can just get the next goal in this game, then I do think we'll be all right. And like I said a little bit earlier in the video, I thought Borough came out in the second half and controlled the game for the first sort of 15, 20 minutes. I thought Leeds surprisingly stood off them and let them have the ball. That must have been an instruction from Farker because it was clearly obvious that they were not willing to engage much with Middlesbrough. But then obviously Crescencio Somerville did Crescencio Somerville things and put Leeds United 4-2 up in the game with a wonderful finish. The trademark cutting inside onto his right foot and a lovely curled finish to put Leeds 4-2 up. And look, I thought from that point on, up until about the 84th, 85th minute, Leeds United were the better team. We had more chances. Every time we had a load of the ball, we nearly made it count a lot of the time. I thought Borough, for the majority of that second half, just had a lot of the ball, but weren't really doing anything with it. But then obviously, for their third goal towards the end, Ethan Ampadu and Joe Rodon for once as a partnership were caught ball watching. Nicely weighted ball over the top of them, and Latte Lat does well to know where Ilan Melier is, how far off his line he is to head it over him. Again, Ilan Melier should be positioned a lot better for that. But all tonight is probably just the start of what is to come in terms of nervy performances from Leeds. QPR on Friday may be similar, maybe not in scoreline, but in performance levels. I did feel that it was obviously an improvement on the Blackburn game as we managed to score 4 goals. But defensively, I felt like we did look vulnerable a lot of the time. So we really need to work on that. Like I say, Firpo for their first goal should be more positionally aware. I feel like for their opening 2 goals as well, I think Nonto for the first one loses the ball way too cheaply in the build-up, and as does Rutter for the second one. He needs to release it a lot quicker on the transition, but I thought Rutter actually grew into the game as it went on and did get a lot better, especially in the second half. Fair play to Middlesbrough. They gave us a very, very good game. They played really well. And they were probably unfortunate to not get something from the game. But do we care about that? Absolutely not. Performances, yeah. We would like to see more dominant performances. But at this stage of the season, 2 games left now, guys. It's all about the results. And Leeds United climb back in to the automatic promotion places. And obviously we play, again, ahead of everyone else at the weekend. So, if we can get another win on Friday night against QPR, that puts massive amount of pressure on Ipswich away at Hull on Saturday night. And then obviously they've got Coventry in the midweek next week. So, I know this is probably an unrealistic scenario, but I'm going to throw it out there into the universe. If Leeds beat QPR and then Ipswich either get 1 point or no points out of their next 2, then Leeds United will pretty much be promoted. So I've sort of put that out there. The Leicester City fans won't be happy this evening because if Leeds had have lost this evening and then they'd have beat Southampton tomorrow, they would have been promoted. But obviously that win for us keeps it well and truly in the mix still. I do think Leicester, if they beat Southampton tomorrow, they are virtually promoted, in my opinion. For me now, it's between us and Ipswich for that top 2, for that second spot. Not bothered about winning the league at all. I've said it for ages now, guys. As you all know, if you've been watching me for a while, I just want that second place. I cannot be bothered with the playoffs. Obviously, if it come to it, we'd have to go again, and try and get promoted the even harder way. But I was really impressed with the way that we dug in this evening. Look, it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination. Can we play a lot better? Can we defend a lot better? Absolutely for both of those. But all that matters is the scoreline in the top left of your screen when you were watching. Leeds United have won the game 4-3. A brace from Crescencio Somerville, a Patrick Bamford goal, and a Willie Gnonto goal has given Leeds United all 3 points. And look, 2 more cup finals left now, guys. QPR on Friday away will be a tough game. I think, Loftus Road has not been a very good ground to Leeds United in recent years in the Championship. We always seem to struggle down there, but that really needs to change on Friday night. Look, again, Friday night and the Southampton game on the final day, they won't be pretty. We're probably not going to play our best football. all that matters now is that we outscore these teams when we're playing them, and we've managed to do that tonight. A 7-goal thriller at the Riverside, but Leeds United have come out on top. Like I say, guys, some improved performances. I thought Archie Gray did a lot better. I thought Nonto was arguably the best player on the pitch, was my man of the match by a clear distance. Somerville obviously producing the goods. I thought Rutter improved. Bamford's all-round game was a lot better. So, he'll probably keep his place on Friday night. Firpo for me was the weak link this evening. I thought he looked very vulnerable on that left-hand side. I thought Byron was okay, and I think Ilan Melia has had one of his games in of recent weeks. So, plenty to improve on going into Friday, but that is a topic for another day. Let's just enjoy the win this evening. Leeds United are back in the top two and are very much breathing down Ipswich's neck now and Leicester's neck in the hunt for automatic promotion, and it is game on. So then, if you've enjoyed this match review, guys, please make sure that you're smashing a like on it. It does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit that notification bell. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. I will be live on the channel tomorrow evening for a live edition of The Last Say at about 7:30. So make sure that you tune into that. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Come on, Leeds!